Are these purple crystals a powdered love potion? Can I turn this flower into a natural aphrodisiac with mystical properties?
You serious?
Don't laugh in my face, mister. You bet your boots I'm serious. We're gonna turn this into this by doing this. But does it really work? Well, I'll try it myself and show you how I feel. But first, time for some DIY alchemy. First, you want to get yourself an appropriately sized baking sheet. Now get out your parchment paper, stretch some over the baking sheet, and chop your piece off with a sharp blade. Work your parchment into the edges of the baking sheet to give it some shape. Drizzle that liquid Blue Lotus extract, which we made in the last video, evenly across that baking sheet. Next step, preheat your oven to 200 degrees Fahrenheit. This is a tool, but what is it for? Ah, yes, this is what it's for. Spread your liquid evenly across the sheet, working it into all the sides. Sometimes you need to press in the edges and corners to help minimize pooling. This can take a while, but be thorough. You want this stuff cooking evenly as possible. You want the tincture to weigh down all the sides to keep them flush with the baking sheet.
5 minutes later.
I added more tincture off camera and spread it in a similar fashion. This pan is about as evenly coated as it gets. As mentioned in the last video, this stuff is like gel. Now it's time to put your gel into the oven for 1 hour. But wait! Don't close it just yet. Go grab a butter knife. You want to keep the oven slightly open and use the knife to block the door from closing. Oh wait, that's not open enough. How about this side? Nope. Not good enough. There we go. It's open about 2 centimeters. Now set your oven for 1 hour. You know what? I decided my knife job wasn't good enough last time, so I pulled it out from the side and I'm sticking it into the front instead.
You what?
There, that's better. You want it about like that. In case you haven't noticed, this is the time when you take it out of the oven. If liquid's still pooling like this, it means it's not ready. It appears one side looks more ready than the other. Whoops, or is it whoops?
This is a tool, and I am a Canadian. It helps you to spread the liquid evenly across the sheet so it doesn't burn.
Lifting the paper is a great hack. As you can see from the dryness here, the side facing the back of the oven cooked more quickly. So it's time, this time, to flip it around and put it back in the oven. This time, you want to set your oven to 170 degrees, or as close as you can get it.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Now set your oven for 1 hour again. And don't forget your trusty knife.
1 hour later.
Now take your tray out of the oven to check it. Good progress, but not quite ready.
This is a tool. If you press the tip into any spots on the sheet, and liquid sticks to it, it means it is not ready.
Alright, time to put her back in for another hour. Always remember to flip it around so that the side that was facing out is facing back. Now get your knife in there.
The body is round.
You'll hear crackling when you take it out of the oven.
Time to let it cool.
This stuff's looking like I did something right, but I still don't know if it'll be the love potion powder that some claim it to be. Wait to test it with a toothpick until after the crackling stops. Remember, if nothing sticks to the tip of the toothpick, it means it's ready. Looks like it's ready. Flip your parchment over and roll it like a boss.
Eat spicy goodness like a boss.
Wow, I can't believe I wrote that into the script. The sound of this is just unbearable. Once you feel satisfied, do a final check. If the paper looks like this, you're good. But if it looks like this, something is very wrong. I showed these pics to my buddy, Mitra Mike, an expert at making this stuff. He said it looked top grade, but can this dried Blue Lotus extract make a more psychoactive love potion than the tincture it's made from? The liquid tincture was already 15 times stronger than the tea. What strength ratio does this come out to? We believe this is around 30 or 50 to 1. That's 4 times stronger than the tincture. Using a humidity control packet can help keep your extract fresh. You can recycle one from an empty pill bottle if you want. We're good to go, bruh.
Now it's time to sample my creation. But how does one sample such a delicacy? With a little thing called Oblate Bags. Or should I say Oblate Bags for you Midwesterners out there. First, get yourself a Dixie cup and zero out the scale to cancel out the weight of the cup. Next, weigh out your sample. In case you can't see it, I weighed this out to 2 grams. Now it's time for the foreign part, setting up your Oblate bag stand. Pull one of these little starch baggies out, then place it in the stand with the long side facing in. Time to fill her up. Yeehaw! Get her done. And top it down, like so. Now fold and seal your Oblate bag. Fold in one side at a time, leaving the long side up. That's the side you lick. To get some of these babies for yourself, use my link in the description below. It helps support my channel. This stuff may be 4 times the strength of the tincture, but is it 4 times as much of a euphoria-inducing aphrodisiac? We'll see. You want to down this stuff with the narrow end facing your throat. Don't fool around and drop it. Let's give it 30 minutes to kick in.
12 seconds later.
Bitter aftertaste. After 10 minutes, there was a noticeable head rush or headband effect, a calm feeling of slight intoxication, and scattered thoughts. After 20 minutes, the head high was more noticeable. I had a cozy, warm feeling that made me resistant to cold, a slight pleasant dizziness, and a light sensitivity. Colors were leaving tracers. After 30 minutes, the love potion effects finally started coming on. I had an enriched sense of well-being and felt more in the moment. My senses, like touch and smell, were enhanced, along with an increased libido and blood flow. More so than the tincture. It also improved my focus on the task at hand. This dried Blue Lotus extract is essentially the closest thing we have to a natural love potion. I stand by my original assessment of 50 to 1 strength. This stuff is 4 times the aphrodisiac that the tincture is.
Wow!
But wait till next time, when we turn this dry extract into an even stronger tincture you can easily dose with at your convenience.
According to YouTube's guidelines, videos that attempt to educate are documentary by nature and do not glorify the use of drugs, and both abide by community safety guidelines and are eligible for monetization. The following video does not glorify the use of drugs. Instead, it attempts to be non-biased while delivering vital life-saving information disguised as entertainment.